In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use layers and draw a floor plan. So this is what we're going to create. We're going to create this little floor plan, and you can kind of decide how you want to draw yours. So I'm going to start off in Illustrator and just go to File, New. And when you open up this, I'm just going to do 11 inches, so make sure you're on inches, by 8.5. We'll just do RGB and just click Create. And then I'm just going to start off with this rectangle tool. If you don't see that, click and hold. But you're just going to find that. And then I'm going to choose a color and just draw one wall. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag and get it to the thickness you feel like getting. And then I'm not going to draw any more. I'm just going to duplicate. So grab the selection tool. And if you hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and click, hold, and drag, you can kind of bring out multiple walls. To rotate, a couple ways to do this. My favorite way is just to go out to the corner and get these curvy arrows, and then click, hold, and drag. And if you hold Shift while you do that, it'll constrain them so that you don't end up with a crooked wall. So Alt and kind of do that. So kind of get the exterior of your house or whatever you're building. For the interior walls, it's a little bit trickier. You've got to zoom in. So to zoom in, you can grab the zoom tool and just kind of click and drag and get in close enough that you can kind of see this middle one, because if you go from a corner, it's going to stretch it out and make it too big. So I'm going to bring it in from that middle one and then zoom out. You can hold down the Alt and mouse click, and then I'm going to go ahead and grab another side and just place that. So design your interior walls however you need to. Maybe I'll just rotate this. So hold down Alt or Shift to rotate that. And I'll go with that. So that's kind of the first part of this. And then I'm going to get into layers now. So if I jump into layers here, or you can also go up to Window and choose layers that way. That'll make this pop up. And this first layer, I'm just going to double click on and name it walls. You can name it whatever you want. Click right here to lock it up. Click on this to make a new layer. And on this layer, I'm going to do windows. Okay, and then grab a rectangle, change the color, and choose whatever color. So I'm going to do the same thing, kind of lay out some simple windows. And then I'm not going to draw anymore. So hold down the Alt key and click and drag to kind of place those where I want them to go. Go to a corner, Shift to rotate, and just kind of keep placing those where you want those windows. So the nice thing about layers, if you click on Hide, you can see what's on each layer. And there's also sub-layers that are built under there, but I usually leave those closed and don't worry about those. So continue with those, and then I'll go ahead and create another layer. I'll do this as doors. And for my doors, I'm going to first make the opening. So I'm going to change that back, and I want a door right here. And it's a little hard to see that, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So zoom in, and so that's the door opening. And hold down Alt to duplicate. Squish that in a little bit. Maybe change the color. And then go from a corner, and I'm just going to rotate that. And I'm just going to go either there or there, and that'll kind of be my door, whichever way that goes. And then I want to show the swing. So I'm going to go ahead and click, hold on the line tool, and go to the arc. And on this tool, depending, like right now it's going the wrong way. So you just kind of click and drag until it goes the right way for you. So now I've got this little door opening for me and no fill. And to use that again, because I don't want to create that again, I'm going to click on one piece, hold down Shift, and then right mouse click and group it. So now I can just click on a piece, and then I can move that around and then basically start to position that where I need it to go. Duplicate. If I want to rotate, go from a corner. kind of go from there. I'll just place that. If it's going the wrong way, I can also right mouse click, transform, and do a reflect or rotate. So I'll do a reflect. And then you can kind of play with some of the things, but usually if you just click OK, it reflects the way that you want it to go. And if it doesn't, just keep playing with it until you get it to go. So rotate, and I'll just type in 90 degrees and just kind of get it to the way. Now just kind of finish that out the way. So it's a little tricky, but you can kind of do that. So now I've got a layer that has doors on it. So, and I can just continue with that, create another layer, and maybe I'll put furniture next, and then another layer with text on there. So that's how you do layers.